Alright, so I've been searching for the weirdest off-meta builds in Guild Wars 2 PvP, and I've found the Ineptitude Mirage. This stupid Mirage build has me playing on the edge of my seat. It's got dashes, it's got damage, it's got conditions, it's paper thin. Why do I put myself through this? Anyway, here is why you should be playing the Ineptitude Mirage in Guild Wars 2 PvP. First, the weapon choices mirror that of a power block Mirage, which is Axe Pistol, Sword, Torch. The reason we keep this method is because we are looking to do a lot of damage very quickly and then be able to get back out. The Ambush Sword is fantastic disengage or re-engage and deals some hefty damage, while the axes, near on-demand illusions and high damage shatters, can be incredibly overwhelming very quickly. The skills we use are False Oasis, Blink, Signet of Midnight, and Mirage Advance, with the elite skill being Jaunt. False Oasis, Mirage Advance, and Jaunt play well into the Mirage trait Self-Deception, which summons another clone if you already have one active, with the added bonus of False Oasis giving us a Mirage Cloak with the Mirage Mirror. Jaunt is a basic short-range teleport, but is primarily going to be used to deal out stacks of confusion while also giving us another clone, thanks to that Self-Deception trait we took earlier. Mirage Advance is a great initial engage tool, as you can just jump in, complete your combo, and then instantly teleport back out of harm's way. Signet of Midnight is your primary stun break, and grants you stealth and blinds enemies. This ends up being a tool as well because your build is going to be stacking lots of confusion. Blink is just that, another stun break, but an amazing engage or disengage tool. Always have this ready at your disposal. Your trait lines are going to be Dueling, Illusions, and Mirage. Dueling, we are going 3, 1, 2, with Ineptitude being the biggest trait. This makes any blinding applied also apply stacks of confusion. Your interrupts also apply blind, which also applies more confusion. The biggest part of this now is that your Shatter 2, Cry of Frustration, applies blind, which of course means more confusion. The illusion trait line, we are running 3-3-2. This improves your shatters while also having some nice extra effects. The big one is improving your Cry of Frustration, which adds stacks of torment as well as crippling the enemy. Hope they have some Condi Cleanse. The Mirage trait line, we are running 1-3-2, which gives you the Self-Deception trait, which summons illusions on any of the deception skills that you uses, improves axes, and is your main source of Condi Cleanse, which is Elusive Mind, cleansing conditions every time that you use your dodge roll or Mirage Cloak. For your Amulet, Runes, and Sigils, this build runs Wizard Amulet. For the good hybrid damage, the Rune of the Lynx, for the sweet movement speed and of course more hybrid damage. On the Axe Pistol combo for your Sigils, we run Energy and Sigil of Doom. These improve your pressure by reducing the enemy healing as well as feeding energy to use more Mirage Cloaks. On your Sword Torch, I recommend Energy and Cleansing, as this weapon set tends to be a little bit more defensive with Sword 2 ability as well as the Torch 4. Before we get into the gameplay, tell me what you think about the Mirage down in the comments below. Your focus for playing this build is to constantly be moving to and from targets while trying to isolate and burst down weakened foes. You bring stuns, dazes, as well as being able to instantly overload targets with powerful conditions, so you play kinda like a spider. If no target is present, you will likely try to find a backline target who is not engaged, so that you may disrupt them and possibly get a kill. You have stealths, stuns, and dazes, as well as misdirections available. Use them to be as much of a pain as you possibly can. Your basic damage combo is as follows. Mirage Advance to your target, use pistol 4 and 5 to stun and apply conditions, use your dodge to gain phantasmal axes, lingering thoughts through your target, followed by axes of symmetry, which breaks targeting and applies a mess of confusion, and immediately into a jaunt on top of the target, which will definitely give you at least 3 clones. Use your Shatter 2, Cry of Frustration, then use Mirage Retreat to escape. That's a lot, so let's take a look at it in real time. If you're escaping and you're being followed, you can use Mirage Advance to jump to that target, use Blink to shadow step even further away in the opposite direction, If the enemy teleports back to you after using Blink, use Mirage Retreat to get to safety. Signet of Midnight and Torch 4 offer stealth, which when used correctly can literally juke everyone. Your major escape is using Signet of Midnight for stealth and then blinking somewhere far, far away. Your Shatter Usage is what makes or breaks your gameplay. Typically, getting multiple clone shatters off aren't too difficult, but remember that damage isn't always the best way to kill a target. Sometimes to help secure a kill, you need immunity, which is using your distortion while you deal a killing blow. Or perhaps waiting for the right possible moment to use diversion on a healing enemy, which dazes them and puts that skill onto a slightly longer cooldown. As you play, you will find different uses and the right time to use your shatter skills. Remember, for the Mirage, when you use a Shatter skill, you gain Vigor, which improves your energy regeneration, allowing you to use more Mirage Cloaks. While you have Vigor, you also deal increased condition damage. Here are some quick Mirage tips that I've learned in the time that I've played it. Remember, when you are finishing a down foe, you can use Distortion or, more ideally, your Mirage Cloak to evade their damage and or interrupt. You have less HP with this build and more damage, so typically get less value from staying in prolonged combat. Get in, attempt to kill, and if it's not there, get out. You can Mirage Cloak while you are animating any ability, giving you an inherent damage boost while you are still keeping pressure. Axis of Symmetry is an excellent re-engaging tool, but also functions amazingly as a defensive tool as it breaks targeting. You get more value out of this ability the more clones that you have, which also leads me to say any target breaking abilities only really gain value if you have multiple clones summoned, for your information. Alright, let's see this build in action. If you are interested in an insanely bursty Catalyst build, click this video here. Stay caffeinated, folks.